Woo! Man, it's fun in here. I don't know about y'all. We're having a good time.
We were dancing,
We were dancing, all that fun stuff. It's crazy.
getting our energy up.
Let's see. Y'all can see us now? Yeah, there we are. Cool. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Mike and Michelle show. I mean, the Alleman Group's Monday night team call. It has been one of those crazy days today. Y'all can see our dogs in here. Megan's over there at the counter over there. We got some special guests tonight. It's going to light us up. And I just got to tell y'all, it's been a crazy isolation time. How you think so?
I think so.
All right.
It's
Yeah.
we've had some time to really figure stuff out.
We've been isolating. Yeah. And so our marriage is stronger. Yay. Some of those aren't, it's okay. We're going to get you out of there. I saw something on the internet the other day. It had this team you can call up, and they'll come out all in the full body gear and bring a stretcher and everything and promise to take you away for 2 weeks, steal you out of your house, and then bring you back in 2 weeks so you can go hang out with your buddies, do whatever. I thought that was crazy. But anyway, hey guys, we're excited about tonight. There's a lot of good things that are happening. Our team's growing. We got some new people on the call, so welcome everybody that's new. Like I said, we do this. Mike and Michelle, we've been doing this for 13 years now. It's a little bit crazy how long we've been in the alliance and how long we've been doing this, and we're really seeing, some huge growth. We got some competition happening with some folks. I'm going to show you all a little bit about that here in a second about what we got going on, and then we're gonna jump over to our special guest for tonight. Let me see, how did I do this? Oops, I got that. Where did that go? I hate when that happens. You ever have that happen where you're like, where did what I was working on go? There it is. All right, cool. So let me just jump back over to the PowerPoint here real quick. We'll kind of jump through a few things. For those of y'all that may have missed it, the last time we were on here last week, we talked about we had a contest going on. So I wanted to brief everybody up on that. You ready? You want to do that?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
You're going to tell them, oh, before we do that. I'm crazy, y'all. We got a brand new addition to the Alleman Financial website. We've had our agent resources area available for a while. It had a special code, and recently some updates over at the web provider allows us to actually let you log in with your Facebook or your Google address. And so I just want to point it out here real quick to you. When you go to allemanfinancial.com, there's going to be the agent area button there. You're going to click on that. And when you do that, it's going to ask you if you've not already registered, which none of y'all are. I take that back. There's a couple people are. Go ahead and register with your Facebook or your Google account. Get in there. And once you get in there, you're going to see the Alleman, the agent resources. And that agent resources page is really where you'll find everything you need to know about how to do the e-apps, what are the special rules, all those things, all the telephone stuff that you got to do, voice, whatever, thingies. It's crazy. So you got to do that. Voice authorization. That's right. And so you get that. So once you get behind the agent area, you're going to see this agent orientation with the Alleman Financial logo there. You just got to click on that and it'll take you right in there. So do that. Last week, we announced a telesales contest. Between now, which was last week, and the April 30th, you make 5 sales. We're going to match $100 towards leads. 10 sales. You want to read it? I'm taking
You're going to match $200 towards leads, and 20 sales match $400 towards leads. This is from now until the end of the month. So right. Get busy. Get busy. All of you can win money, dollars, green.
Do that again?
Dollar bill, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah. We're getting too much isolation. We need to go country dancing here soon.
I know. We can't even go out.
It's terrible.
We have to dance in the kitchen.
Yep, it's terrible. Must Be Telesales will give you credit in May, so I wanted to let y'all know about that. Now this is the part. I stole y'all a picture, but this is the part where we get to practice names. I'm gonna say.
But seriously, on a serious note, I just want to say a little bit about this couple, because we have known Justin and Sydney for, gosh, probably 5 years now. And correct me if I'm wrong, Justin, been to Greece, with you and been many, many places and have just seen your growth for the past 5 years. And both of you have been doing some amazing things in the business, not only on the production side, but on the recruiting side. And first of all, we're honored that you're going to be on our call. We appreciate you taking the time because we know you're super busy right now. And I want you to talk to them a little bit about, kind of some of where you came from as far as, when you got started here. And kind of, obviously what you've been doing recently, and as well as you, Sydney. I know that you're also a powerhouse producer, but you right now are working on mostly recruiting. So, and I think our team has a few questions as well, and we would love to let them ask a few questions if there's time. Really, we just want to turn over to y'all and kind of give y'all the floor and light them up.
And we're going to ask y'all some questions, but we've been, Sydney, look, we know it's important to you. We understand it's really important to you that somebody's got to say your name right on a recorded call.
Lagogiannis.
Perfect.
Is that right? I've been practicing.
Good job.
Drinking Red Bull. So.
Oh man, we've been practicing that all day.
Good job.
But Justin Balik and Sydney Lagogiannis, we are going to be so fired up when you change your name to Balik. But man, y'all help us, just light us up. We're going to do our best to listen here in on you, and we're going to turn off our mics and let you kind of rock the show. We'll pop in with a few questions for sure. All right.
Cool. Thank you guys for having us on the call. Really appreciate it. And I mean, it's crazy. I got to see Michelle and now Megan, but starting with Michelle, like from the time that I started here, walking across stage, always a top producer. Now they're growing this thing massively. So to be then asked a couple of years later to be asked to speak on this call is awesome. We really appreciate it, guys. So I've been doing this 7 years now. It goes by like that, pretty crazy. Michelle said 5 years because the first 2 years I was terrible. She don't remember me those first 2 years. I was not very memorable. So I came into this right out of college at 23. I was studying to be a doctor, and I graduated with an undergraduate degree from University of Miami, neuroscience with a minor in chemistry and psychology, and I thought I was going to be a neurosurgeon. And I found out, Mike, that I hated school. That's not a good program if you want to be cutting on people's backs. They don't like that. So I kind of weeded myself out. And this crazy guy, Paul Menachino, gave me a call randomly 7 years ago and asked if I wanted to make some extra money. And I said yes. And I didn't ask what it was in or if it was legal. I just said yes. And I've been in ever since. How'd you start, babe?
So I started when I was 18. I just turned 23 in February. I had graduated high school, and I kind of always knew that I didn't want to go to college, not because I didn't think I could, but because I always wanted to have a business, and I just felt like going to the college 30 minutes away wasn't really going to get me what I wanted. So I was doing all kinds of tricks to trick my mom into thinking I was going to college. I was taking the standardized test. I applied to a college. I got accepted. I knew I wasn't going, but I got accepted. So just trying to keep my parents at bay as far as that goes. And then Olga was the agent who went to go help out my grandma. So my grandma had turned in a lead for mortgage protection, and none of us knew about it. So Olga went to her house, and my grandma no-showed Olga 6 times. And my grandma lives about 45 minutes away from Olga. And for some reason, she just kept pushing. And I'm forever grateful that she did that, because at the end of helping her out with the mortgage protection, she told my grandma, hey, we need some more help getting to families just like you. Do you know anyone that wants to make an extra $500? And she was like, oh, not me, I'm too old. And Olga was like, oh, what about that girl in that picture over there? And she's like, oh, that's my granddaughter. We're so upset with her because she doesn't want to go to college. She wants to be an entrepreneur. And Olga was like, ding, ding, ding. Like, that's the one I want to talk to. So I got on the phone with her husband, Jason, the next day. He invited me out to a meeting, and I've been doing it ever since. So.
Yeah. So when I first started, I was terrible at this. I was making a ton of dials, not booking hardly any appointments, not really making any money. I mean, guys, I was trying. Like, it wasn't just like I wasn't trying and bad. Like, I was trying and bad. That's not good. So I was making $700-800 dials, booking 3 or 4 appointments. And Megan, I would look back at my, because we just all well, not all of us, but some of us recently asked corporate for our whole list of every application we've ever submitted so that we could go back to all of our clients, shoot them a text. I'm actually going to talk about that in a second. And what I realized is I got my license in August. My first app that I wrote was in October. My second app that I wrote was in December. And my third app that I wrote was in February. So in my
You're a quick start then.
Yeah, right, exactly. So my first 6 months, I wrote 3 policies. So if you're better than 200 dials per appointment, and while doing that, writing 3 policies in your first 6 months, hooray for you. You're better than me. Great job. Don't quit. That's the big thing. Don't quit. So go ahead. Or you gonna say something, Mike? No, okay. So guys, like, you know, we've been asked to do calls and stuff, and we're not doing anything special. All we're doing is more. That's it. We're doing more than most people. So I'm committed for 4.5 weeks now to doing 40 appointments a week. And I just, you know, these wedding things are expensive. And 4 Sundays ago, I woke up at 10 a.m. and I looked at her and she looked stressed not because we were getting married, but because we're paying for everything. And I was like, I never want to see that look again. And I was like, I'm going to do what this crazy guy, Paul Menachino, has been kind of poking at me every morning at 7:30 in the morning. What are you doing? What are you doing? That was the final straw that made me say, I'm going to start running 40 appointments a week every single week. And of course, guys, this is what I'm saying is it doesn't matter what the obstacle. If your dream is big enough, the obstacle doesn't matter. And of course, that week that I decided to do this is when coronavirus started. And I was just like, you know what? We got to mash through this and figure it out somehow. And I have done it every single week. I've done 40 appointments every single week, just like I said. And let me tell y'all something. Neither Sydney nor I have taken a single lead in 2 years. Well, Justin, how did you run 160 appointments last month and not have a single lead? I'm glad you asked. 2 things. One is I had 1,600 clients that I went and I texted 100 at a time. So for any of you guys that have been here for a while, if you haven't done this yet, you need to do it. Ask Mike and Michelle. Megan's probably got it. It's real simple text that Evan Patzer put on band. And it worked wonders, guys. It worked wonders. And I actually took advice from the new kid, Nick Griffin. Yeah. Under what's his name? Chris Long. He said, yes. He said, hey, so what I did when the people answered and they would say, I need more insurance. I need to get my insurance reinstated. I need insurance for my grandma, my sister, my brother. Those are the people that I got back with. But what Nick said is, hey, get back with all of the people that answer. And so I went back and I was like, holy crap. And so yesterday I made this list after I heard this. And these are all the people that answered me and shot me a text back not saying I want something, just like, hey, thanks for checking up on me. And I started calling these people now and booking appointments with them. So really it's just been between this and ERSs. If you guys know what ERSs, Michelle pretty much taught the whole company how to do ERSs. I'm pretty sure the sheet that we use was invented by Michelle or probably Mike, but everybody uses it, and including us. And I don't have it here, but I have a 5-inch thick 3-ring binder that's half full of ERSs, each with 10 names on it. So I literally have a book of thousands of referrals in it. So why do I need a lead? Sorry, what were you gonna say, Mike? You keep on trying to raise it up. Go ahead.
Oh shoot, man! Now I've done lost it. I was thinking like ERS. That's awesome. I was going to say, because we were talking to Andy a couple of weeks ago, and here's the thing, because he was asking like, why did the coronavirus have to happen for us to actually start going back through our old client list and just reaching out to them? I mean, dude, I'm still going through Michelle's list and texting them. We're still going through the whole list. We have not completed it yet because we can only do so much at a time because they're answering us. It's been crazy around here. But I mean, like,
we get back in touch with them if they just.
Mike is off.
Yeah, technical difficulties.
He turns my mic on.
There you go. There you go.
She's got the switch. It's not me.
So anyway.
Marriage counseling.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a great tip about just getting back in touch with anyone who says thank you for thinking of us. I'm going back and calling all of those people and basically doing an appointment with them and doing a review and trying to sell them something.
I like the ones that go back,
get referrals.
come back. Do I have insurance with you? If you don't, you will soon.
Right. Exactly.
Hey, and that's an important thing. Like, any response is a good response. And, then you're just talking to me, and I'm thinking about like all the numbers that have not responded.
So, so how many, I have a couple of questions, and I know others do.
Yep.
Like, how many are you trying, do you have a goal of pitches a day or appointments a day?
Gotcha. So,
like, how do you put 40 in a week? Like,
okay.
I know a lot of people are new on this call, and a lot of people are veterans.
Gotcha. So, if you're new, don't base your beginning on my middle or Michelle's middle or Megan's middle. Like, we've been doing this for a while, and if y'all think that you're going to be as good as us 2 weeks in, that's very arrogant of you, and stop it. So, real simply, on Sunday, I make calls from 12 o'clock to 4 o'clock, from 12 to 4, and I book 20 appointments for Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday night, I make calls to book 10 appointments for Friday, and Thursday morning, I book 10 appointments for Saturday. We're working 7 days a week right now. I mean, they ain't no time to stop.
Boy, do I know what it is to have to fund a wedding.
Yeah.
I know your pain.
Yeah.
I know your pain.
Oh, Lord. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Big wedding.
Yeah.
That's why we were, I done figured that, you know how I know when it's Saturday, Justin?
Tell me.
There's no national call.
Yeah. There you go.
Other than that, we working, baby.
That's right.
What about, like, when you're talking to the ERSs, tell us a little bit about what you're saying on those.
Okay, cool. So I only have changed up the back end, basically, because usually I'd ask for their address and set up a time to see them, but we're not doing that right now, right? So my ERS script is a little different, I think. I don't think it's on any official place, but our whole team uses it. And for instance, the other day I sat down and spoke to 8 ERSs and booked 7 of them. And it's kind of like that. So real simply, let's say Mike, ring, ring.
Hello.
Oh,
She got it.
she got,
Yeah.
It's-
She answers for me a lot.
okay.
Go ahead.
Hey, Mike.
Ring, ring. Yeah.
Hey, Mike, this is Justin. You don't know me, but I actually know your friend, Sydney.
All right.
Cool.
I know Sydney.
Yeah, actually, the reason for the call is I recently helped out Sydney with some of her insurance, and she put you on what's called her contact list. And basically, all that means is I'm going to make sure you save my name and cell phone number in a safe place, so that God forbid something happens to Sydney, you can give me a call immediately, and I can get the money out to her family. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cool. Can you grab me something to write with real quick?
All right.
All right, let me know when you got it.
I got it.
Okay. So my name is Justin with a J.
Justin with a J. What else
Yes.
would it be with?
With a D. Some people hear Dustin.
Ah,
Smart. Okay.
gotcha.
And last name is Balik, which is B as in boy, A-L-I-K. My cell phone number is 310-502-7654. And Mike, so what my job was when I went over and helped out Sydney is I worked with 17 different companies like Mutual of Omaha, Transamerica, AIG. And my job was to figure out what the best program was for her age, her health, and her budget. And the best one for her was Mutual of Omaha. So write that down as well, Mutual of Omaha. All right, so you should have my name, my number, and Mutual of Omaha. Do you have those three things?
Yep, sure do.
Awesome, my friend. Well, hey, the last thing, save that in a safe place. Hopefully you don't have to use it for that reason anytime soon. But as I was leaving, Mike, there were a few people on her list here that she really cares about, that she wanted me to talk to about how I help families out, just like I helped her out, and she had pointed you out. And I wasn't sure with this whole coronavirus thing. Are you still working, or are you at home? What's going on?
Oh yeah, we're still working, staying busy.
Still working? Okay,
Yep.
cool. What time are you and your wife typically home?
Well, we're usually home, till about 8 in the morning, and then we're usually not home till about after 8:30 in the evening.
Okay, so both y'all, no reason that both y'all wouldn't be home about 9 p.m. tomorrow?
No, we're usually home by then. Yeah, that's good.
All right, cool. And then you just do the back end like a regular appointment. But that's it. It's very simple, and it's been very effective. Seriously. Like guys, people are so used to doing stuff over the phone nowadays anyway. Like it's just a mental thing for us that here's this lead that someone sent in, or here's this ERS. Oh, and by the way, those ERSs that I was calling were 2 years old.
Wow.
That was what I was going to ask you.
Yes.
Good.
My ERS is from 2 years ago. Guess who doesn't know when the policy was written? The people on the ERS.
That's brilliant.
How about
It's never stale.
Right, exactly.
oh my God, I forgot what I was going to ask.
She's reprocessing. Hold on.
What's that question?
Yeah, you ever seen one of them little spinny things? Yeah, that's what Michelle's doing right now. It's just spin.
oh.
Oh, there you go.
These are saying your current
Oh.
plans when you call them
Percentage of
catching
your
up.
applications.
Hold on. She turned off her mic again.
Turn it off again.
Oh, God.
Oh. As a percentage of your applications, are you doing them all just on the phone?
Yes. Yeah. Everything is on the phone. So something that this was crazy. I said this on a call, I guess, and someone called me up that has been with us for a while, not on our team, but has been with the Alliance for a while and has made the trips and all this stuff. And it's crazy. She called me and was like, oh my God, this didn't even occur to me. I stay on the phone with the client until they sign the application. I don't care if it takes another 15 minutes. I'd rather do that than think I made a sale and then they can't figure out how to sign it, or life happens as it always does and it never gets signed, and now you just wasted your time. It's better to take that extra 15 minutes. And like, it was crazy. She's like, I have like 10 applications I'm waiting for an e-signature for. And I was like, so did you try and do the e-signature while you're on the phone with them? She goes, I didn't even think of that. So,
But they're
sometimes,
not Zoom. You're not doing Zoom.
it depends. The only time I'm really using Zoom is if I'm doing IULs.
Okay.
Yeah, because I have an IUL presentation. But what I would say that is super crazy that I think y'all would love, and so check this out. So 40 appointments a week in sales on my side. I need to get my show ratio up. I think I figured out a way, but with 20% of the people showing up, we still submitted 62,000 in 4 weeks. Okay. Now, Sydney's side is cray-cray. While I was doing that, she got fired up and said, I'm going to do some daggum recruiting. So tell them what you've been up to, babe.
So basically, I've been thinking about going on a recruiting run for a little bit, but sometimes we just think about it and think about it and then think about it some more, and we don't actually do anything about it, which is not the right way to be. So when Justin made the decision to go on this sales run, I was like, this is the perfect time to go on this recruiting run. And at the same time, I just needed a little extra motivation. So I challenged one of the other managers to a recruiting contest, a 1 month contest. I just told him I could recruit more people in a month than him. And I did. I won, in case you were wondering.
Spanked him. Didn't win. Spanked him.
Yeah, not the point. But so we're looking forward to that dinner. That was the prize, is that losing couple buys the winning couple dinner at a nice restaurant. So we're excited for that. But it's just like Justin said in the beginning, I'm not doing anything different that I couldn't have been doing before. I'm just simply doing the work, putting in the numbers. So we're doing a lot of state license lists, just calling them, setting up appointments, and just not delaying. If they're ready, we're getting them contracted. If they need to see a little more information, we have like a little, quick email we shoot them, and then set a time to talk to them a day or two later. But I mean, really, we're just talking to as many people as we can. And I'm excited that I'm doing it, but I'm even more excited that our team is copying. And I mean, I have one group that's putting in a steady 5 new contracted agents a day.
A day.
Yeah, like they're blowing up.
Yeah. So
I think he's
okay.
Say that again. A day.
A day.
A day.
So in the last 4 weeks, go ahead, what you personally did.
I put in 17 new contracted licensed agents, and then our team has put, it's more now, it's probably closer to 30 in depth in that same amount of time. So we're just making it really simple, and I'm really taking on all the work for the team, which is a really good technique. I don't know why we weren't doing it before.
Yes.
We just didn't think of it, but we're basically getting our agents, if they're newer, to set the interviews. I'm doing the interview, getting them contracted, doing all the work for them. And once they start seeing 1 or 2 agents on their team, they're like, oh, I want to do this more. And we're finding that if they're making an hour of phone calls, they're averaging 4 or 5 set interviews in an hour. So if you think about it, and they only make 2 hours of phone calls a week, they can set almost 10 interviews, and from that, we'll probably get 4 or 5 licensed agents on their team. So we're showing them a way to not have to know everything, and taking the pressure off and just saying, look, I'll be basically your free full-time recruiter and doing all the work for you, and you get all the credit. And that's been exponential growth for us. It's like crazy.
Guys, I am so proud of y'all. That is just unbelievable what you're doing. And to think, Sydney, that you're 23 years old, I mean, that's just amazing. Guys, that blows me away.
Yeah, we had no idea about anything like this when we're 23. I was working for the government, secret spy, actually. Yeah, we got good questions too, and we'll stay on. One of the questions is this recorded? Yes, of course. Everything's recorded. We're the Fitz Group. We do that. We will slice and dice it and make it into nice little bite-sized chunks. So I think one of the questions that's kind of both of these is, clearly when we're sitting down in front of somebody in their home, the rapport building and stuff like that's a little bit different. What are some of the things that that you don't that you've changed about how you're warming up with people and going into the actual application process?
So, you want the real tea?
Yeah, man, give it to us.
Give it to us.
It's 9 o'clock down here. It's after 10 there.
So,
do it.
Guys, here's the real tea. Why do I like referrals? Couple reasons. They're free and easy. Why do I want expensive and difficult or free and easy? Let me think for a second, okay? So when just like what I was doing before this, like, I'm not kidding you, there is not a ton of rapport being built because the skill part of sales is trying to create trust and a relationship in a short amount of time. And when I'm your mother, sister, brother's cousin's insurance guy, I don't need that because I already have your trust and likability built in. Here's the reality, guys. Think about this. If you need a doctor, or if you need a real estate agent, or if you need anybody that that need a service for, you don't go through Google and search who's the best doctor. No, you ask your mama. And guess what? Your mama is going to tell you this doctor, but guys, statistically, guess what? It's definitely not the best doctor that you could have. But because they're good enough for mama, they good enough for you. So I don't need to do a whole bunch of rapport or anything. When I get on the phone with somebody, I'm basically going through the About You page, as in like the health questions and stuff, and see what they qualify for, and then they just pick one. I'm straight up. You wanted the real tea, so.
I love it.
That's
I love
true.
it. Hey, so
That's truth right there.
that's truth. That
he
is.
knows. He knows how easy it is.
And so, like, now this is maybe something you ain't thought of. I'm gonna give you another. You may have some more appointments after this one, but like, you going through these ERSs and you're making 2 or 3 or 4 or 7 sales on these things. Are you going back and talking to the original client at all? Just like, hey, I just did this, or you're reaching out to them, or you just keeping on going through the ERSs?
No, sometimes I do, but not every time. And now I will, Mike.
I'm just saying, if you get 3, maybe they got like 4 more hidden they didn't know about. Maybe they found some new friends. I don't know.
100%.
Something that I did is I had, in between all the recruiting, I wanted to take advantage of the current client text too, because I was like, if I wait, I won't be able to use the Corona excuse anymore. So I snuck a few in, wrote another, 5,000 or 6,000 in between all the interview stuff, just off people sending me names of people who needed insurance. And something I did that I thought was pretty cool was when I got on the phone with the referral, not only did I send my credentials, like the license with the picture and all that kind of stuff, I also sent her a picture of my selfie with the original client so that she could see like, hey, we're friends. Like, so that's a good, easy tip too for the rapport part is, hey, how do you know my friend Justin? And then going into how they know that friend, because people like to talk about their friends and their family. And if they feel like their friend, it's automatically like you guys are friends. So that was really cool to send her the selfie and just to kind of say, hey, I do know your friend. And we were laughing about the picture and all that. So just a little tip, maybe that'll help.
Awesome. Awesome. We have a few questions. I know Jeff was asking, are you doing any video sales? But I think you answered that one. You're just doing it mostly on the phone unless you're doing IULs. Is that right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. And then here's another one from Stephanie. How do you assist your agents that are working full time, or maybe they don't have spousal support or extra help?
In what way?
For that person who is a superstar.
Well, I think Cindy kind of answered some of that, which is, even
If they've got someone to get started,
just
set the appointments.
calling,
for- they're
like
newer
calling
agents.
it right, but finding people and kicking them over to you
Okay.
or to us
Yeah.
or Megan or somebody who can help build that team. Because I know there's people out there, like, I think one of the things I think I picked up from what you were saying is, you got a lot of people out there that are basically finders. They're bird dogging, right? And just find some people, throw them in here, and we'll get them trained up. In about 6 weeks or so, we'll hand them back to you. I don't know.
Yeah.
Train puppy. You say sit, they sit.
For
you say
real.
write, they write. I don't know.
I'm not kidding. Like, okay. So I was talking to Keith, one of our guys. Keith is actually the reason that Andy started the recruiting contest. I don't know if you guys remember him saying that from stage, but that was one of our guys. So I didn't realize we were doing it until yesterday, but then I was like, holy crap. I don't know if you guys have ever read the book, The Magic of Compound Recruiting, but it is awesome. It's by Hubert Humphrey. He was the biggest leg in Primerica. Well, A.L. Williams back in the day. So he was like a billionaire. He was more than 50% of A.L. Williams. He actually started WFG. So that book is freaking ridiculous. And after you read that, you'll read the Green Book. And like when you hear Andy, you're like, holy crap, I've talked to Andy about it. He's read it many times as well. It's super good. And one of the things he talks about is a 60 by 6. He said 3 times in his career, he did this 60 by 6 challenge. And what that was is he went to all of his key guys and he said, we're each going to recruit 10 people a month for the next 6 months. So 60 by 6, 60 people in 6 months. And he said each of those 3 times, his income more than tripled each of those times. And guys, just think about this. If you start having, if you only have 10 writing agents right now, and they've never recruited anybody because they don't want to recruit, they don't want to be the guy, they don't want to whatever, and you just take the pressure off of them and say, hey, look, you're good at setting appointments already, just set these interviews and we'll do all of it. And you go from having 1 or 2 recruiting agents to 10 recruiting agents, your life changes overnight. And that's what we're seeing in our group. I mean, we won't know the true effects of this until 90 days from now. But what I know is that already from the 17 people that she recruited direct, 2 of them are writing. 1 of them wrote 8 apps in his first day. This is just the people direct in the first 4 weeks. Go ahead.
And you know what? There's people out there that are going, well, there's 2 of them. There's only 1 of me. So let me say this.
As nicely as you can.
Like Sydney, you recruited 17 people direct and 30 people in width.
In depth, yes.
Justin, in depth.
It's okay. She gets worked mixed up sometimes.
You got it.
And Justin, you did 60,000 in production in 4 weeks. So maybe if there's only 1 of them, they could do
half 17,
half of 60,000 and half of 17 or
Yeah.
half of 45.
something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Michelle talking junk right now. Hey.
I think we got people on our team that can do it.
And hey, y'all that's saying like, well, how do we find these people, Mike? What are we going to do? How do we do that? Hey, I got a secret list provided to me by the state. And,
There you go.
and if y'all, hey, look, I mean, I had to go way back. I talked to Willie. I said, Willie, it's 420. Please hook me up with the state. Anyway, I got some names, and if y'all are willing to make the calls, I can slide you some names and say, here are some people recently got their license. Okay. Believe it or not, there's a lot of people, and we found people that are like, I just got it licensed because I wanted one. I didn't have anybody tell me to do it. you know, and you got some people that maybe started up with somebody and find out that they didn't like them and they're looking for somebody else, all kind of reasons. And all you got to do, and we'll work on the setup on how you toss them over the fence, but we'll look, I'm telling you, we can help. And ain't nothing wrong if we like start to catch up to what these guys are doing on the recruiting side. I mean, I wouldn't mind it at all. You know, it'd be awesome.
There's a lot of people in America.
If they don't want the names, we'll take them.
What's that?
If they don't want the list of names, we'll take them.
Yeah, I'm sworn to keep it within the borders of Texas.
Well, guys, I mean, I know you guys have some incredible momentum going on. You have such great energy, and it's bleeding off into your team. It's bleeding off to each other. And we know you're going to have a kick butt year. And when are you getting married? When is the wedding? November?
November 20th.
11/20/2020.
There
Easy
you
to
go.
remember.
Well, you know what? We'll all be coming in by Zoom because we still will be in lockdown. But
That's right.
Oh, don't say that.
No, we'll be done with that. I mean, everybody protesting now. We're going back to regular times here soon. But congratulations, you know. And I just remember we were on a 40-person airplane with Andy, and we're on the West Coast swing, and Justin sitting there could just kind of show me some things that he was doing, how he was tracking people, how he was making them work. And I'm like, you know, the thing is with folks like Justin and Sydney is there's always going to be good ideas coming up. And, you know, you got to pay attention when they start to grow and start to do things like, what are they doing? And here's the thing, and this is what we all know in this business. You will be told exactly what people are doing, and you will not do it, and you'll wonder, why are they being successful? It's just they're just doing it. Like, don't think about it, just do it, you know? Like, how many people have got those?
Sometimes, you know, people think they're going to make a sale without making a phone call.
That's right. You know, you know, that's next level, psychopathic sales. No, is that right? No, that's the wrong one. Telepathic sales.
But we might be
Oh,
getting
boy.
psychopathic sales soon.
Oh, we
if
got
we
some.
have to stay in lockdown.
I ain't
for much
saying, yeah,
longer.
it's been fun. Hopefully everybody's staying healthy out there and keeping your wits about you. I mean, look, if the Tiger King can capture the nation, why can't we just capture the whole insurance market? That's what I'm saying. You know, as y'all know, last week I did reveal that, you know, Carol Baskin did kill her husband. Y'all know that now, right? and
we
you
have
know,
to stay up on current events.
got to stay up on current events.
You know?
We were watching Jumanji last night, and it was funny because, you know,
At like midnight.
because Michelle's still working on some things, trying to get her numbers together and everything for the week, and then I'm like, you know, they got these the second one. I don't know about the third one. I know about the first one, but the second one, you know, they're in the game and they got these little tattoo looking things on their wrist, and you know they got 3 lives, right? And towards the end, this is something that just hit me today. You know, it's like towards the end, you know, The Rock, he's big. I'm sorry if I'm spoiling it for everybody, but the movie's been out for a while. If y'all ain't seen it, y'all got to see it. But the you know, they get down to where they only have like one life. Almost every one of them's down to one life, and then they start to get nervous. They get nervous about taking action. And Kevin Hart, you know, little guy, and he comes up and he goes, "Bro, we only have one life to live. It's how you choose to live it. In this time, we have been given such a phenomenal platform for us to do good with people. They're listening more now than ever because there's so many people dying. People are ready to hear more about us. We got people that are calling saying, I need more insurance. We got people calling, I got some people I need to send you. We even have a few people say, stop bothering me, but that's not important. What is important is that you have one life to live, and you should be building the skill sets now. You should be building the team now. You should be taking action now so that y'all can come with us to Thailand in 2021. And then we're going to go back on this cruise in 2022. Look, this is the time. Y'all got to take action.
Because you know what I was thinking?
What are you thinking?
Because I was thinking that if I didn't have this business during this pandemic, Can you hear me?
You're on. You're on.
I can hear you. Yeah.
Y'all, I would literally be nuts by now. I mean, totally nuts. If I didn't have an office to come into, if I didn't have people to call every day to see how they're doing, to take,
God.
help them, that has been a saving grace for me. And so embrace that. Embrace being able to serve and help other people, because that's what we do in this business. And if you do it with a servant's heart, I promise you it's going to bring back spades to you. And that's all you're doing, Justin and Sydney. That's what you're doing now. And you have a huge purpose and you have a huge why. And I'm just so excited about that. And we love you guys. We thank you for being on our call. And I don't know if you have any last words, Mike, but
It's been fun, guys. If there's anything we can do for you guys, you please let us know.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you guys for having us on. It was awesome. You got anything else, babe?
Nope, we had a good time. Thank you so much, guys. Don't get comfortable having Mike and Michelle as your leaders, because it's easy to get comfortable with people you're close to, but they are big, big, big with us. Take everything they say to heart. Really listen to what they're telling you, because they know what they're talking about. So thank you guys so much for having us on.
That's right.
All right, man. With that, do not forget Fitz's sales meeting tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. You know it, TFG, I think Hotspots is what it is.
big numbers.
We got big
over 12
numbers.
grand.
Watch out. It's like,
That's
I don't know where
right.
she gets it. I have no idea where she gets it from, man. But anyway, we love you guys. Y'all stay tuned, and we will talk to you again soon.
All right, guys. Peace.